notice it. You want to see it? Did that guy just take a picture of my sticker? Oh shit! It's still up there. It's still up there. The anarchy is boom, baby, boom. Still at it like a crack addict. You know, the addiction is real. Oh my god, look at that dog. Cool dog. Look at this. It's so fucking beautiful. She looks like her, matching hair. It's funny how we match our dogs and match our styles to our habits. So we're gonna talk about this morning. We're gonna go do the habits and talk about mental toughness. It's important. Bless you. Bless you. Yo. Yeah. Hey, Aki, I'm gonna do my show. Yo, go get your coffee. All right, so I'm walking with the homie. He's gonna go get a coffee. I'm gonna go read in this park. It's nice and gloomy, but we're talking about mental toughness anyway, so suck it up, pussy. Let's go. Let's go. Fall exists for everyone, and everyone's going to fall, but not everyone is going to get up. And that is, for a long little bit here lately, your boy Saint has been grinding around the world and traveling with little to no money, or having conflicts with friends, or trying to figure myself out and to get my own healing. And it occurred to me that most of my discipline and most of my, look how cute this dog is. There's so many cute dogs. What kind of dog is that? That's boxer. That's a big boxer.
Well, I don't know. Average.
I thought boxers were like this low. Yeah. Ah. Hi. Moi. Yeah. She got the. Oh shit, he's got you. He gets them all. Bye. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. All right. Tell him. So cute. Look at these dogs. I don't know. I'm having a dog morning this morning. Everybody's walking their dog, but I'm also having a focus morning this morning. Let me get my book out. I'm gonna talk about mindset real quick, but not for nothing, as I sit in this park, I was here this summer and it was beautiful. I've spent so much time in this park. Library Park is probably be one of the last days I spend in Library Park. Tomorrow we go, today's Thursday. Tomorrow we go to the Murky, or, I'll find a time to go live, because then the boys will be really excited, and all the homies being at the Murky. It's basically it is a lake cabin. It's a cabin on the lake, and it's a beautiful cabin. Plenty of supplies. We got plenty of food. We got plenty of friends. And that's what matters in the end, is like, if you can assess properly what you have, if you can properly calculate your emotions, if you can control your discipline, if you can find mental toughness, it's amazing the switch up that happens in our brains. A lot of us, we're just so stuck, in our habits. We're just so stuck in our ways that we don't know how to change ourselves from within. We don't know how to complete the puzzle. And a lot of people, what I was reading in the mindset book, and I'll read this chapter here afterwards, was just that quit. You know what I mean? There's a certain tap out mentality. And I hate to say this, but man, it was all because of my wrestling. I just didn't want to lose, and I didn't want to lose to losers, and I definitely didn't want to give up, and especially on myself or my physicality or my mentality. And that's what's, I think, the biggest strength I have, me personally, and I know other people that have it, but I witness it when a lot of people don't have it. That mental toughness is not exactly something that they sell on the store shelf, right? You know what I mean? No one's going to, like, one of my favorite quotes is, nobody's going to slap the remote control out of your hand. Every cookie goes up to your mouth is you and your accountability, and the ability to say no. The guy was saying it this morning, your vitamin N, the way to say no to not only others, because we're altruistic and we're just all egocentric, and we're just like, yeah, I could tell people no. Can you tell yourself no? We're talking about self-control here. This was like mind-blowing to me, and it really rips my head open and my heart open to say, what do I have that others don't have, or what do I got that most people don't practice, or what is it about, or overcome whatever situations that I'm in, was my mental toughness. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just talk about South Korean prison and doing 6 months of solitary and also going to jail this January, or having conflicts with people. Last night I went to the bar and the girl, take my selfie down. I didn't even notice her at the bar. She saw me, said, "What? Delete this photo." No, no, no. She's like, "Why'd you block me?" I said, "Because you're drama. I can look you in your face and tell you." And then she turned around, and didn't say anything for the rest of the night. But it's true, you know. There's some people that's all they do, and no wonder why her friend came with a black eye. Someone must have punched her, because her right eye, someone must have hit her with the overhand right, because her left eye was popped, like super black. And not that I want to see women get popped or nothing like that. I'm just saying, what kind of lifestyle are you living when people are giving you black eyes? You know what I mean? What did you say to somebody to get them to swing on you? Because most people, they're not like that. They're not interested. And of course, when she was talking, all of a sudden she reached into her purse and she pulled out a dildo. So it's just like, you know, all the sexuality and all the addictions, they were all in her purse. You know what I mean? It almost like matched her black eye, almost matched her dildo. And why are you busting out a dildo in the middle of a bar in public was beyond me. But I'm looking at people that they're wearing their responsibility. You know, you're wearing the accident that you had. You have some kind of accountability to every accident. You shouldn't have been standing in that spot, right? You shouldn't have been hanging out with those friends. You should have made a decision before this occurrence happened. And that's just what's happening in my head this morning. Was just like, you know, not for nothing, I've gone through some shit: unwanted abortions, South Korean prisons, homelessness. You know, I got people, let me cyberbully you and shit like that. And I was just like, you're not made from what I'm made from. I can look you in the eye, touch this heart right here, and tell you, I can smell you never been to jail. You know what I'm saying? I can smell a pussy a mile away. And it's just one of those things where it's like, we like to think that we're so tough. You know what I mean? That we are in so much control. But I literally don't see anybody practicing self-control. I never see anybody doing delayed gratification. Matter of fact, it's people just swallowing whatever they can to make themselves feel the way that they want, instead of making their minds make them feel the way that they want, and practicing some kind of stoicism or some kind of self-control, or practicing a new habit. We want to blame other things. We want to be like, oh, well, my wife broke up with me, or I don't get to see my kids, and my buddy's doing crack because of that, because he moved to a different city and didn't call anybody. And then now that he's divorced, or they're not together anymore, now all of a sudden he's back on track and wanting to hang out with everybody. Those things are really trippy to me. Those kind of behaviors and expecting different results. This is the big word for the day. Word of the day is behaviors. You know, like, do you examine your behavior? Do you even have any control of your behavior? Do you even have any manners for your own self? No wonder why you got a black eye, dude. You got fucking busting out dildos in public. And it's just like, if you had some self-control, right? If you stopped fucking so many up with her, you know, your sexual addiction will have a price. You know, it's not just an STD. It's not just a high body count. It's energy, and how much energy that you give to other people willingly. You know, and that's a thing. It was like, a lack of self-control, because someone that has self-control doesn't just give away their power. They see how much power that they have, and you can see it in women when they're throwing thirst traps out and wearing bikinis and posting provocative material. That's them. They're literally reaching for the power. Like, give me the power. But just like most of us, we don't know how to Thanos snap. We don't really know what to do with that kind of glove and that much power. And so what we do is we give it away. We give it away to the TV. We give it away to our food. We give it away to boredom. We give it away to all sorts of non-beneficiary outcomes. You know, we give it away easily, precious commodity. We don't treat our energy as a resource, and we don't actually give ourselves the amount of power that we have within ourselves, right? Every one of us has enough power to get up. That was a big one, you know, not for nothing, but you can watch as many Rocky movies as you want, but the whole point is for us to get back up. You know, a lot of us are going to get punched and knocked down. A lot of us are going to try new things and try to get a different result. I posted that this morning. It's like, old ways aren't going to get us new results. You know what I mean? Like, that's a real fact. but we practice old ways hoping that something's going to change instead of actually changing ourselves. The self-discipline again, the saying, I'm going to do different, I'm going to be different, I'm going to have a different outcome because I want it that bad. So two things are going to happen. Either you're going to do what it takes, or it's going to do you, right? You know what I'm saying? It's going to do you a black eye. It's going to do you an STD. It's going to do you a breakup. It's going to do something. For every energy that we give out is so much power. And what we don't do is allocate our power properly. We don't go, okay, I'm going to plug this iron in, or I'm going to plug this microwave in, or I'm going to plug this dishwasher in. We know the functions of those appliances, right? If you put the energy, you plug it in, and guess what? Boom, energy comes back out. The machine washes. Da, 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 da. Well, what about our energy? Like, do you working out 4 times a week? Have you watched what you ate? You know what I mean? What about your drug intake? There's a lot to be said about that. You can see where people give up their weaknesses. They can give their power over to someone else or something and say, um, like they say in AA, I am powerless to this drug. And you are powerful beyond all measure. This is a real thing in my mind. I'm like, not for nothing, this is my mental toughness on exercise. It's only when I actually exercise do I feel my power. It's only when I don't want to say excruciate. I want to say when I, not excruciate, what's the word I'm looking for? When I exercise my power, when I push myself to the limits, that's where I know my limits are. When you actually actively test things out in my life, then I can actually have some results. For most people, they don't want to even try. They don't want to look what they look like on a diet, or not chasing more dick, or I'm just thinking of examples without shouting out people's names, or not building shit. I can tell you how many people talk to recent shit on my YouTube or my Instagram or my websites when they don't have a website. Like, it is so easy for other motherfuckers to point at something because they have nothing to point at themselves. It's a real challenge to be building something. It's really easy to try to tear something down. It's hard to look around and see who can build architectural buildings, who has the knowledge and the organization and the wherewithal to make something actually get built and it'll stand. You know what I mean? And stand the test of time beyond what someone else's opinion is of them, beyond what is popular, or beyond their thought of powerlessness. They got powerful. You get in your head something like an idea, something that ignites you. You're unstoppable. Have you ever had a plan for dinner? You know what I mean? And you're like, ooh, I want that chili cheese burrito, or that's gonna be so smacking. And you start getting the ingredients together, you start getting happy, and then you give it your best effort. What happens is there's again, this open mentality. I'll read this here in a second, but that mentality to say, I want to give myself an opportunity. I want myself to be better, and because of that, I got to make that pimp decision right then and there. Way to make a pimp decision, like Cat Williams says, is to say, is this the day? Is this day one or one day? And it's one of my favorite quotes, and I made that shirt for one of my friends, Erica. Shout out to her. She watches the show. What's up, Erica? Angelique, thank you for all the support. Yeah, you're literally at every turn, either giving your power away or assuming the power and becoming powerful. And that's what I feel like this morning. I feel almost indestructible. I've lost all this weight. This coat used to be so tight on me. I had to reinforce it. And now I got space. I can't believe I got up that big, but that's what depression does. When we are as people, let me clean this lens off. When we as people, start to do the exercises and control our diets and do things on a helpful, consistent basis instead of this self-destructive patterns that I've seen my friends often do, we watch just how much power we have. The power to get up is so huge. I know it says like the 5-second rule, and I love it because she's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. We have liftoff. You need to have that kind of rocket power in you. And just that, because now you're moving. Now the teeth gets brushed, now the shower gets done, then the dishes get done, then the dog gets walked, then the meal gets made, then I stay on my diet, then I and then it's like, yeah, man, that's what I want to be. I want to be the kind of person that I control me. I don't let someone outside of me control me. So this other dude was at the bar and I was like, hey, your girl's here with a black eye and a purple dildo. He immediately, no self-control. I said, don't say anything. She's right next to me. Calls her. They go to the bathroom, come back. He threatens me. You need to delete that immediately. You hear me? And I said, no one tells me what to do. Okay? That's first and foremost. And the second thing I told him is, you should know better. And then he went like, you're right. It's your business. I'm sorry. And I was like, yeah, damn right you're sorry, because I would never talk to you like that. And that's when I knew my self-control. That's when I started to assume the abilities. Like when I can see a beautiful woman and then she don't want to look at me, I don't have to keep staring, dude. She can get to stare at me. She can fucking just pass me by and not say shit. And guess what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with not giving my energy to someone that's not only unsolicited but doesn't reciprocate. And then you're like, I used to do that in my own mind. Oh, that's that dog again, a beautiful white dog. Yeah, one out there. Yeah, there she is. She's matching her dog. How fucking funny is that? But I'm looking for reciprocal energy, and then it used to be like stare, 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 holler, 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 chicken butt, chicken. What do you call it? Chicken necking, rubber necking. Looking at everything, and I realized how much of my power I was giving away. But when I stay in my zone and I just focus on my friends, and I focus on my fun, and I focus on me, not in a narcissistic way, but like, how am I breathing? You know, a lot of times a beautiful woman will come by, and I might kind of shell up or suck it in, or we do that as men. We just, and women do it too, you know, they pop the titties out. Ooh, I want to be noticed. And you know, cheap tricks for cheap monkeys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to get no cheap trick to get, I don't want that prize. If it's cheap, I don't want it, you know what I mean? Oh shit, we got some dude blowing right now. I don't know where he came from, but I guess what, I can walk and get away from that sound. But you know, it's one of those things where we as people, you know, we give away all of our energy. We can look at people. I can see someone and say hi. I can go away from energy that I'm going to say bye. I'm going to be where I need to be mentally so I can control me. And that's a big deal to me. It's like I don't have to assume while I'm in a situation how I got there. I would have known personally because I calculated it for me. I would have said, you know, I'm doing this because I want this out of it, you know, instead of you need a big reason. My friend, I got my hand on the book, but you know, you got a big enough reason why to do something. If you make your W, your why, big enough, then when it comes down to that decision, and you're gonna want it, trust me, your boy Saint's Addiction, you're gonna want a quick buzz. You're gonna want, this thing's so fucking cool. It's a metal tree. I know, right? Metal tree. And we're downtown, you know, Helsinki, or Tikkurila, because it says Turku. But yeah, we got metal trees. Isn't that cool? We got people walking around, weird ass buildings, but that's even a weirder church, Triangle Church in Triangle Park. And there's a little bit of a festival going on. I'm gonna check it out, see what they got. But yeah, when you give yourself that opportunity, when you're like, yo, the reason why I'm doing this is so big that it transfers me into another philosophy. It makes me believe, this is pretty cool, a whole business and a thing. Let's see what they're serving up. It's like cakes, looks like meats. I don't know, some sausages or something. I don't know. Let's see. They got some meats. Let me just see real quick. No, they have chicken. Some chickens. Some people. It's the whole city. Oh shit, people are grinding all over the place. Look at all these cakes. This is something I had to say no to, was the sugar. You know what I mean? I had to say no to everything that wasn't working for me. And then check out this new metro system coming on in Helsinki. Literally, Malunmaki gets connected to Tikkurila through Hakanila all the way into Lentosema by the Yumbo. This is a pretty cool connection coming on here. And they're building this all out too. Tree down, your boy. Trying to get away. This is so cool with the statue. Trying to get away from all the noise, but as you can tell, something's being loud. And it's me too. I'm gonna go be loud over here and read my book real quick so I can get away from the sound, and you guys can see all the construction and equipment and shit. Actually, I was gonna pop in a Green Lion, but they're not cool enough to even practically get this shout out. They wouldn't let me do my shirts and shit. And I've gone to this smoke shop so many fucking times. It's not even fucking funny. So your boy Saint just keeps pushing and doing whatever it takes, including not digging in a trash can to get cans. I've asked myself that too. I'm like, if I really needed the money, why don't I just go around and grab cans and stuff? And I'm like, because my energy is worth more than that to me. I can apply myself to other things. I don't have to have a bar back job. I was listening to that, one of the artists, community artists, and he was like, I need this job. And I'm like, yeah. As a bar back, I would be wasting my talent. You know what I mean? I would be able to fucking do whatever I need to do to make me be me, being in the right place or the right property or doing the things that need to get done. I needed to position myself on the chessboard where I could maximize my power. I'd be wasting my talent, time, and effort and the energy at a place like this, just sitting here making pizzas, as if I didn't have a dream in my head, and as if I didn't have the balls to work the dream. And that's what the big difference is like, I love people that work their dream. There's so many people that fucking try to talk shit or do things, and that's what I'm wondering. It's like, what are you fucking talking about, bro? Can you actually do a dream, or are you just doing a job? What's up, bro? And that's the whole thing, is for people to be actually who they say they want to be, instead of some other shit where they hide behind their lies, or they're too afraid to actually apply themselves. And how many people are like that? So afraid to make eye contact, like this girl just went by. They're too afraid to see humans. They're too afraid to say hi. And then their life passes them by. They didn't actually look up long enough to see something work for them. And that's what the big deal was for me, was I wanted to see something work for me instead of me working against myself. Check out Dixie. Dinsky. Fucking hell. But except for me working against myself. And that's when I had to think myself and just just apply yourself a little bit. Take a chill pill. Come over here and sit at Hemingway's and grab this chair and read this book like I said I would. So, here's the boy saying, I found a chair. I'm gonna grab this real quick. Okay. Just got home, my friend said. Okay, so let's read this book real quick, shall we? Right in front of Hemingway's. Is that not the best place, Mr. I wrote a book and killed myself? This kind of the kids gave their feedback to their open mindset classes, right? And this is it's easy. It's change easy. Simply learning about the growth mindset can sometimes mobilize people for meeting challenges and persevering. The other day, one of my former grad students told me a story, but first, some background. In my field, when you submit a research paper for publication, that paper often represents years of work. Now, some months later, you receive your review, 10 or so pages of criticism, single-spaced. If the editor still thinks the paper has potential, you will be invited to revise it and resubmit it, provided you can address every criticism. Here we go. My student reminded me of the time she had sent her thesis research to the top journal in our field. When the reviews came back, she was devastated. She had been judged. The work was flawed, and by extension, so was she. And time passed, but she couldn't bring herself to go near the review again or work on the paper. Then I told her to change her mindset. Look, I said, it's not about you, okay? That's what I told the girl last night. It's not about you. It's about my shirt and my friends. You're not that important. And she didn't have anything else to say to me, but that's it. That's their job. Their job is to find every flaw. Your job is to learn from the critique and make your paper even better. We will rock you. Within hours, she was revising her paper, which she warmly accepted. She tells me, I've never felt judged again. Never, ever. Time I get to critique, I'll tell me, I got to get away from this music because they'll flag me and shit. I didn't even know they're going to play music and shit. Within hours, she was revising her paper, which she warmly accepted. She tells me, I never felt judged again. Never, ever. Never, period. Every time I get, come on, don't do that to me. Every time I get that critique, I tell myself, oh, that's their job. And then I get to work immediately on my job. And that's what I got right here, your boy Saint. I'm going to read this later. But that was it, bro. What an opportunity to do something new for yourself and come up with a new alternative. There's so many people that get stuck on what other people think or how they feel when those people aren't doing shit. They don't have a website for me to judge, right? And if I didn't have a Instagram for to post on, there would be no one seeing it. It was so funny hearing that guy kind of criticize me when he only had like 117 people following him. I'm like, I hope maybe 17 people saw your shit, and then you called me from a no-name. I'm gonna go over here to the library. You're gonna call me from a no-name or contact me and try to cyberbully me from a no-name spot. Like, get the fuck out of here. And that's what I told him. I was like, this ain't gonna work, bro. Like, you have 0 posts and 63 motherfuckers trying to holler at me, and you only got 63 followers and 0 posts, but you want to talk about clap back or try to shout me out. I'm like, I can't even get popular from your negativity. I can't even get one person to shout me out. Here's the old train station before this big ass fucking Dixie station. It used to be this one in the 18th, 19th century. So I'm gonna show this. This is practically a museum. It is a museum, actually. So it's just one of those things where they used to have this really cool building over here, and of course they're tearing down something cool and something new and building. You know me, I love checking out building projects. This used to be the coolest building in the town, and now they're flipping it around, but this place is still here. I love these ancient places where you got this old brick town, and you know, I'm not trying to get closer to any noise, but anytime I look up in these windows, I swear there's gonna be like a ghost staring back at me, the ghost of Christmas past or something. You know, I'm just trying to enjoy the last of my days in Tikaroa. This is amazing. I can't imagine how many souls came through here. Museo. It's a museum, but how cool is that? You know, this is a full-on, let me step back so you can see this whole thing. But that's where it's at, bro. It's all mental toughness. You know, can you handle the weather? You know, can you handle the rejection? Can you handle the criticism? And if so, then you can move forward. Just like this book said, that's their job. Their job is try to poke holes in your game. My job is to grow my page so it actually is something sustainable, and my websites or my Instagrams or my social media or my brand, that's my job. My job is to grow that. Their job is to try to tear it down and criticize it. My job is to make it even better and make myself even better. And every day that I don't have some stoop down to the level of some loser that has got no followers and trying to tear down my dream is a +1 for me. And every day that I can confront my haters to their face and say, you're just drama and you're not that important. It was about my shirt. It's about my friend. Oh yeah. And by the way, you did send me the photo. So there it is. And so everybody that wants to try to slow me down, I just go harder, bro. It's literally fuel for my fire. I literally turn my pain into fuel, and it's made the difference. So anybody that's ever had, well, guess what? Saints Addiction is here to save the day. No one is perfect, and all we can keep doing is working every day to be a better version of ourselves, and that's an open mindset. On my heart from the start, your boy Marky Singh, Saints Addiction. Check out this bridge. We're building bridges and getting over shit. You feel me? You feel me? How many times I gotta press this button? Check out the new bridge. That's fucking cool. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Fiendish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Travel by Saints. I'm out this bitch. I'm going to read the rest of this book by the river and enjoy my day on the other side. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment below, yo.